Today we are making Abby's cabbage soup. This is my daughter's recipe, so I said, well, if it's your recipe, you're going to make it. Now, not watching her fancy knife working, she's got a small cabbage. I guess you could use something bigger, but she insisted it be real small. She's taken the core out of the cabbage, and just don't watch, because I thought for sure she was going to, at some point in time, lose a limb, but thankfully it didn't happen. Now you're going to chop the cabbage up into bite-sized pieces, however you like your bite-sized pieces. This, once it cooks down, it's about the right size you want. You want a little smaller, make it smaller. And all this is going to go into a stock pot now. Doesn't that look yummy? That'll look a lot yummier once we're done. The stock pot is about a third water. I suppose you could put more in to this pot. This is when, once it's boiling, you want to put all your spices in. A tablespoon of salt, or more if you want. Same thing with the pepper. 1 tablespoon will do, maybe a little more. It's always to taste. And 2 tablespoons of onion powder, once again, or to taste. Tablespoon of garlic powder, same thing again. And that's all the spices that go in it. Now it's just got to simmer down. So with a little bit of a stir, now we're going to let it simmer for an hour or two, just to let the cabbage really cook down. Throw a lid on her, let her go. And once it's done, this is what it looks like a couple hours later. Now it's not quite done yet, because we still have a few more things to add. The biggest one being a pound of Hamburger. She's gone and kind of crumbled it up and just thrown it in. So it goes in raw. You don't cook it, it'll cook in the boiling water, and it'll impart a little bit of that hamburgery taste to it too. Trust me, this works out just fine. And this really is an simple recipe. Outside of the cabbage and hamburger, there's not a whole lot more. I suppose if you wanted to get creative, you could throw in, celery and onions and peppers and that. I guess that would kind of make it a whole different soup than what my daughter makes. You can see it doesn't really take a whole lot of time to break up the hamburger. The hamburger is what gives it a really nice taste, so it kind of offsets the cabbage. Now that we've got the hamburger in, the next step is to take a big can of diced tomatoes and dump them in. And you can see the pot's kind of gone from small to big. Now you also want to put in a couple bouillon cubes, or if it isn't quite high enough, the liquid level, throw in a carton of beef or vegetable stock to help it along, give it some volume. Once that's in, stir it all up, mix everything together. Get it back up to a boil. And the last thing we're going to need for this soup is some rice. Now you can pre-make the rice, or Abby's got a package of pre-cooked rice that she's thrown in, and that's to add to it. You see what I mean about, if you don't want to add the hamburger and you use vegetable stock, you probably got yourself a good vegetable soup. So now you want to mix it all together. Let it simmer for 5-10 minutes before you serve it. Throw the cover on. Let it do its thing, meld everything together. And now once it's done, it's time for a nice bowl of cabbage soup. All nice and steamy out of the pot, a little bit of bread to go with it, and you got yourself a good winter meal. there you go. Cabbage soup. Enjoy. And I hope you'll try this. It's real simple to make. Well, there you have it. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, give me a like below. Feel free to share this in any of my other videos. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell. That'll let you know anytime I upload a video. As always, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.